This happened when I was 16 years of age. I'm 37 now, but this terrifying experience is one that I won't ever forget. I've been visiting my girlfriend who lived in a small brick house in a tiny village in the middle of fields and woodland. In order to see my girlfriend on a regular basis, I sometimes had to walk about 7 miles home. This meant I had to walk in the pitch black, alone, without a light or a house in sight for several miles. It happened in a late autumn night. The trees were leafless and it was chilly in the evening. I watched a movie with my girlfriend and we had pizza. When the film was done, I looked at the time and it was 10:40 p.m. So I figured that I'd better leave my girlfriends to ensure that I wasn't too late getting home. It was extremely cold and I could see clouds in my exhaled air as I walked briskly along the dark country road. I was around 2 miles into my journey, which took me to an extremely remote country road. It had thick wooded areas either side of the road and it was pitch black. I even stumbled on a couple of branches from the nearby trees as I walked. I could not even see the ground. I was deep in thought when my heart sunk with fear. I thought I heard footsteps behind me in the leaves from the wooded area. I stopped walking and listened carefully for a moment and heard no further sounds other than a whisper of the chilled breeze every few seconds. I continued walking for around 5 minutes before I began hearing footsteps behind me again. I thought it was possible that this could be an animal like a deer. I often spotted these in the area. I tried scanning the tree line hoping to spot a deer so that once I laid eyes on the animal it would reassure me. I saw nothing and it remained silent for a moment until I heard clear footsteps in the leaves. It sounded like they were stepping closer to me. At this point I decided to start running, but as I did, I heard the rustling footsteps getting faster, as if whatever or whoever it was began to pick up speed to catch up with me. I was certain at that moment in time that I had been stalked and that I was now being chased. I made a conscious effort not to look back but turned my head to the side, and as I ran in the gap of the trees with a small amount of moonlight, I saw a dark figure of a tall man dart and sprint from just behind me in the woodland. I tried to quicken my pace, seeing that this figure was gaining ground on me. By some stroke of luck, I saw the headlights of a car beaming down the road towards me. I waved the car down and luckily they stopped and allowed me to get in. As my hands shakingly opened the car door, I heard a scream so deep, so loud, and horrifying that it didn't almost sound human. I glanced into the tree line that the headlights were shining on and saw the dark figure of a man that appeared to be holding a large knife. The thought of what could have happened had that car not have stopped still gives me shivers down my spine to this day. The man that picked me up dropped me off at my girlfriend's house, where I called my mother and told her what had happened. We both agreed that I should never walk home again. We were sure that the stalker's intentions were awfully sinister.